Hello, everyone. Welcome to World at War Comics. Super excited to have superstar creator writer Zack Kaplan on. Zack, it's so good to finally have you on, my friend.
It's good to be on, buddy. Thank you.
I appreciate it, man. I was so excited, man. I'm not one of these guys that gets a bunch of stuff in the mail. And I got the package. I'm like, Dark Horse, did I order anything from Dark Horse? And so I was like, and my wife's looking at me going, what are you ordering, bro? I mean, there's a lot of stuff coming in, man. And then to get all the stuff that you and the team over there sent me with all the amazing stuff that you're working on. Cannot wait to talk to it, man. It was such a treat. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you. We had I've had a good couple of years with Dark Horse, and I was fortunate enough to get a slate of books this year. I kind of went all in with them on a partnership, and so in gearing up for all this exciting stuff we've got coming out, we sent out just a few care packages to some cool people like you who are in the mix in comics and sharing a little bit about what's to come. So I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you.
No, I did. I was so stoked, bro. Like I said, I'm obviously familiar with your work. I think Kill All Immortals is such a dope title. Cannot wait for issue 5 to come out of part 2. But to hear that there's going to be more, sad to hear that, at least from what I've read, and maybe you can't talk too much about it, but this could be the kind of cap to the story and the ending to the story. Who knows? But
yeah, no, it's confirmed. I think there's a world where we could have kept going with it, but I like stories that have consequence, and I felt like the scope of this story, it felt really right at kind of a 3-book trilogy, and it just felt like, that when I looked at it, it felt like the right way to go out. I wanted to go out high. I don't want to like trickle out, that like die by bleeding out. So we just felt like, let's do one more and really go for it and give it our all. And we will be doing a series finale of Kill All Immortals in October. And for everyone that's picking up the second issue, there is a taste of what's to come there. But yeah, really excited to do a little more of this one for sure.
No, it's so dope. The art from Fico, we were talking before.
Yeah.
Next level art. The fight scenes are insane.
Yeah.
He does such a good job of really like you feel like you're in the middle of the fight scenes. Everything's very fast. So the way he's able to draw it, you feel the speed of the fight. It's like,
yeah,
I know it mentions, like when you look up like on Dark Horse, it talks about other like famous movies like a John Wick.
Yeah.
And Frey is definitely the female John. I mean, so quick, so fast, you're bleeding out before you realize what hit you, kind of thing, and it all comes across with his art.
We put a lot of pressure on ourselves to deliver on that, and certainly like the comparison to John Wick is the style, coming up with stylish fights, feeling like the fights are not just punches or kicks or weapons, like they're frenetic, there are bodies flying, the environment in which they're fighting in, whether they're fighting on a tarmac or in a house or whatever, like things are breaking, glass is shattering, like they're going all over, like these fights feel intense, like they're tearing everything apart. And you don't know what you're going to get from an artist. In fact, that Fico and I had been talking for years, and I had known his work from No One Left to Fight, which is another Dark Horse series. Very different visual style. It's colorful, it's bombastic, but I had seen him then post some samples for Batman on Instagram that were just like his own, like, hey, here's what I would do with Batman. And I was like, dude, you do this too? Like, this is, so we got to talk. And I pitched him Kill All Immortals, and he loved it. And that's how we started in on this. But even then, I didn't know that the action was going to come alive. And as I start to do pages with him, it's like, oh, wow, the action, like this is some of the best action on the stands, certainly in Creator-owned books. Like, it's fantastic action. So then as a writer, I'm like, all right, I got to step up here. Like, I got to bring the best fight sequences possible. I can't just say fight unfolds, guys. Like, I have to like give him a lot of dynamics to play with, a lot of props, a lot of environments. And then we have this colorist, Thiago Rocha, who is becoming a longtime collaborator of mine. He's done a lot of my books. but he came up with this. You'll see it in there, Tommy. He came up with they're like these yellow panels, like gold panels or red panels. So like the intensity of the fight will flash certain colors depending on like how violent or crazy it's getting, and that just helps so much. They really together bring it alive. So yeah, I'm very proud of the action that we bring to the book. Like it kicks ass. You know, I feel very comfortable being like, if you want a kick-ass action book, this book kicks ass. You know, it's awesome.
It definitely kicks ass. I mean, there's some scenes of people going through windows and you're kind of making sure you don't step on glass after reading that panel.
Yeah.
I mean, it's that much. Now, I do also want to add, because although the fight scenes are absolutely fabulous, it's not just fight scenes. There's like a very deep undertone. Like, what would you do if you had immortality? And then the desire to be free from that immortality, and then gaining that desire, and then make like the thoughts of maybe I made a mistake, and can I live knowing that the risk is so much higher? What does immortality do to a human being when it comes to power and gaining like all these things? You're just reading throughout the whole, because I did reread some of it leading up to that, and brought back, because some of it I've already forgot, to be honest. I read a lot of comics. And you're just thinking all these more deep meanings of the title. So I don't want people to think like, oh, this is just shoot 'em up, dude. This makes you think about a lot of things. We all want to have that thought of, man, if I could just live 150 years, but what does that mean? And how does that change you as a person if you knew you could do almost anything and it doesn't affect your life? Like you could come back from that. I feel like risk taking would go to another level. And I don't know if I have the moral compass. Like, I think I'm a pretty good guy. Do I have the moral compass to manage that kind of power?
I am the same exact way. I mean, that's what it's all about. I mean, the premise is that there's this family of Vikings. They discover immortality, and then 1,000 years later, they were barbaric before, but now they're no holds bars. I mean, they can basically transform modern business with all of they can't die, so they can pressure their rivals into doing whatever they want. Like, you know, and the metaphor is billionaires as a form of immortality. But like, yeah, Frey is this character trapped in this family, and I think I channel a lot of my own feelings about it. Like, I wouldn't be comfortable being barbaric, and I think my initial reaction would be, I'm just gonna get out of here. Like, I'm just gonna step back. I just want to live my life. Leave me alone. I don't agree with the way your violence and how brutal you guys are, so I'm just gonna do my own thing. And it's kind of like, but then wait a minute, I'm allowing them to, like, I am immortal and I'm part of this family, and I'm allowing them to do this. And so what responsibility do I have? So yeah, I think it was really delicious as a narrative to like come up with a character that's really in this place that I think as readers you go, I don't know what I want her to do. Like, on the one hand, I want her to like go kick her family's ass, and I want her to like take control, and I want her to better things, but then also I want her to be free. I want her to escape this. I don't want her to have to become violent and barbaric herself. And which one is right? And there's no right answer. And I love that kind of complicated storytelling, because I think it really, you feel for the character, and it's kind of heartbreaking at times. It makes it deeper. And I think that's, and so she's been a really great character to like dive into and to play around. I feel like readers probably, I mean, are all like, even going into the finale of season 2 here, like, I don't know what I want for her. Like, I don't, do I want her to win, or do I want, because is she gonna have to win by losing herself? Like, what is it? So, you know, it's fun to create those complicated situations. Yeah.
Even kind of knowing that maybe you're not the only ones out there, and that by removing immortality, and now you're handing it over to maybe another group that's even more evil than you and more hungry than, like, it just goes into all kinds of things. I mean, great work, great storytelling. Like, it, you forget how good it is, and then you go back and like, oh damn, man, I can't wait for issue 5 to come out, and this is pretty badass. So I am glad that this comic isn't immortal too. So on the one hand, I think you're right. You want more, and then sometimes when you get more, you're like, dude, we should have stopped, man, because now we're not really doing
right.
Yeah, so I get it.
I feel like I'm getting everyone. everyone's going to love the finale. If you haven't gotten into the series, by all means, it's still time, dive in. And then in the fall, we have this great final season. You get to go in knowing that it's all going to hit the fan. It's bigger than even the second season, but it's all going to culminate in something, and that's going to be so satisfying. So I want to give readers, and then I've got other stories to tell. I'll move on. This is actually, I call this long form storytelling, because you're not just doing a mini series, but a lot of my work has been mini series. I started doing Port of Earth and Eclipse, which were 2 Top Cow books that were longer form, but since then I've done almost all mini series. So Kill All Immortals was another chance to say, I wanted to have a little bit of a longer story, and tell a little bit more here. But I'm excited to give the finale the gravitas it deserves, for sure.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy for you, and I'm glad that we're getting more. You know best, man. You probably already know, bro. Trust me, the way it's gonna end, this is okay. It's gonna be all right.
It's gonna be all right. Yes, I won't disappoint anybody. Yes.
Yeah. So here's a issue.
There you go.
2-1 that you sent, which is awesome, and then here is cover for part 3, issue 1.
That's right.
Which will be in stores. I believe this is
it's October. It comes out, right around New York Comic Con, October 7th, I believe. Nice. So the trade, for anyone who's out there who's a trade waiter, no judgment. We've all got bookshelves to manage. The trade for Kill All Immortals 2 comes out in September. So you basically get to pick up the second one, or if you haven't gotten into the series, you go pick up the first 2 volumes, and then the third one starts right in October. So easy to be ready to go. So yeah.
Perfect. And I'll just share my screen right here.
Oh yeah.
And I'll make sure that all the information is below, so you could go right to your comic book shop and make sure that they order this for you. But yeah, September 15th, it says right here. You said
that's right.
Is that right? Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yep. And then here is all the information that you need. We'll get this, like I said, in the show notes. So get over there, tell your comic shop, especially, if you're the trade person, which is growing. Like, I feel like a younger group of readers are really waiting on the trades. Old guys like me still like our Wednesday Warriors and our floppies and whatnot. But
this is written for you, Tommy. This is written for someone who comes into the shop and you hit that cliffhanger. And you're like, oh God damn it! And then you have to go, hey, did you read this one yet? Like you need to talk about it. Like, it's written to be more like that, but it certainly can be enjoyed in a trade for sure. So
I'm actually excited because Dark Horse does a really good job of taking like collected works and hardbound. I want to see 1, 2, and 3 in a nice hardbound, just so I can have it on my shelf.
I think we can do that. I think that'll be it'll be the right amount of material that will fit. 3 volumes fits very perfectly into like a hardcover deluxe. So we'll do that.
Pages. Yeah. And then all the covers in the back.
Yes,
it'd be amazing.
Yes.
Maybe get some of the initial artwork when you were designing characters in that thing.
Oh man, we had great cover game this year. I mean, but I've lined up covers already for now October. Oh, so good, so good. There's something about having a book that's been out for 10 issues, and you go. People are like, I want to draw her too. So we got some heavy hitters drawing covers in October. So I cannot wait for the covers are just get crazier and crazier, which is great, which is awesome. So she's kind of got on a smaller scale. We knew this from the get go. Like, let's do kind of an Erica Slaughter sort of like, an action heroine that people can get behind and kind of identify with and follow. So yeah, it's been a lot. It's been awesome. So some great covers coming too.
I love it. Yeah, I think we're all pulling for her to make the right decision, whatever that happens to be. I'm not sure what the right decision is. But we want her to make the right one.
Yes.
And we'll see what happens. But it's pretty awesome, man.
Thank
you. Let's jump over to Masterminds, because this is another one that's kind of a screw up with your mind a little bit. You have this video game developer who's created his own game, gets no time of day with the current company that he's working with about this video game. So he finds this Masterminds, which is like this, and jump in, please, man. But it's like
it's a secret. It's a secret society, and
society, right?
They basically, yeah. And actually, what's interesting? There's a real thing called mastermind circles. This is a real thing. They've been around since Ben Franklin, but they got really popular in the 80s, like out of like Ivy League schools and Harvard. But the basic premise is you get a bunch of people together. And you say, hey, we're going to help each other get ahead, but we're not going to tell anybody that we're helping each other. So we're all secretly working to help each other. And once you kind of have that secret group, you're willing to kind of do whatever it takes to help each other get ahead. So this is the biggest, most powerful mastermind circle in the world, full of all these influential people, and they'll help you do everything you want to do in life. You just have to be smart enough to pass their game. It's like a Squid Games in the real world. It's got riddles and challenges, and it turns dark and dangerous very quickly. And yeah, this young programmer is kind of driven to a fault, but we understand why. And it's looking at the gamification of success, and I think this is something we all relate to. Working your ass off, and you think that all the stuff you learned in kindergarten about like being a good person and working hard and doing all these things, like that's how you get ahead, right? And then you get out in the real world and you're like, this is not how it works. And how come I see all these awful people getting ahead, and it seems like you can do bad things and good things can happen for you. And so maybe I should be playing that game too. Maybe I'll play that game. That's the game I should play. And so it's kind of about that. And it's all dressed up in this very thrilling noir adventure, very like The Game, that Fincher movie in the 90s with Michael Douglas, or like Squid Games, and we have a lot of fun kind of playing who's controlling who and what's really going on, and there's lots of different agendas and layers to it.
Yeah. No, it's been a lot of fun. What a great read. And I was glad that you shared that with me, because now I'm in. I got to find out what the hell's Edward going to end up doing. Like you said, you think it's hard work and that'll pay off. And I've always been told that in my life. And I will say, in my experience, obviously I'm not doing anything like super, I'm not like trading video games or anything like that. I'm in the grocery industry. But if you work hard, you can get ahead. But if you really want to get in those top positions, it's really who you know. There's a lot of really bad and dumb people in powerful positions. How the hell did they get to those positions? And you realize they just know the politics of it, and they know the right people. They're not qualified, but they know the right people. And all of a sudden they're in these positions. You're like, they're terrible at it, but they just know the right people, right? Yeah,
they know the right people. They were willing to say whatever needed to be said. Yeah. They played the game. They looked at it and they said, I don't need to be authentic. I don't need to be real. I don't need to show proof. I just need to say what I need to say, and I can game this. I can game this out. I grew up in the Midwest, and I've always been a deeply, morality is very important to me, and authenticity is very important to me, to a fault, and so I always have a hard time doing that, and so it is a kind of a commentary on that. And I think it's also kind of like, like we see it like in tech companies, and like in business, in politics, we see people like overpromise, and they say whatever they need to say, and then it's not real, and you just kind of go, wait, what are the rules of this game? And so this is about this young man, and he's different than me. This guy Edward is like, all right, I'll play the game. I'll do what it takes to get ahead. And so we're not sure. I feel like this is like you're not sure. You're rooting for him in some ways, but you're also worried for him in other ways. Stephen Thompson is our artist on this, and Thiago Rocha, my colorist. And oh man, the way they capture him and the complexity of his character and the way they capture these games and the environment, it's so moody, claustrophobic at times, suspenseful, just great.
Yeah, no, couldn't agree more. There's a scene where they're in a room and water's filling up, and there's one tube to breathe, and you're just like, oh my God, I can't take it anymore.
Well, sadistic. And you kind of don't know if everything's planned or if it's deadly. You don't know like what's going on. Like, were they going to swoop in and save them or not? You don't know. Actually, is he playing the game or is he being played? There's secret agendas going on. And so it's a real, and then we're coming into the finale. The finale has been pushed a little bit to make sure that it is fine-tuned and delivers in every way it can. We just didn't want to rush it. So I think the finale is coming out end of June or very early July. What does it say on that one?
It says July 1st.
Yeah, I think it got bumped to July 1st. So I prefer for the books to come out sooner than this one got to. But at the end of the day, whenever I'm faced with a choice between letting the artist and the creative team do the book right and have it be the best it can be versus rushing it, we always say, look, let's take the extra time. And so we did that here with this one. So this is going to come up. But I feel very like this finale is going to deliver fantastic. And I feel like we've really let people, they have no clue. Everyone's like, I finished issue 4. I have no clue how this is going to end. And I'm like, awesome. Great. That's exactly where you should be. You're in the exact right place. You're like, what is going to happen? Great. So yeah.
I love it, man. I love it. Yeah. I think we've all been, whether high school or something, we've been in these situations where maybe you want to be in a certain crowd or you want to accomplish something, and you're willing to do whatever it takes to get there. And I feel like, at least in my experience where I've done that, you get to a certain point and you have that feeling like maybe this isn't the crowd I should be around. Maybe they are up to something that maybe, and you have that like icky feeling. And then you have to you come to like a point whether you like sell your soul, even if it's in a small way, just to be able to participate, or do you cut it off and back off at that point? And it's a dilemma, man. It's a dilemma. So I get a little bit of that with Edward too. And it's
100%. Yeah. What group do you really want to be a part of? And even the group that's going to open the door, like what they make you do or how they make you feel, And I think it taps into in some way the kind of culture that we're in with social media. And like, we've all been trained to seek a lot of validation from one another. And there's so much value in seeking validation from yourself and just believing in yourself and going for what you're going to go for. And success, the doors don't always open, but sometimes you don't want the door to open the wrong way under the wrong circumstances. That's not any better. And so, that's what this book is about. And then it's got fun riddles and fun games and stuff like that. So yeah.
Oh, 100%. It does. Since we're kind of on this topic, I did want to talk about an AI title that you have coming out.
Oh yeah.
The Smart Division.
The Smart Division. Yes. This is with my dear friend and my collaborator from another Vault book that we did a few years ago called Mindset. Everyone absolutely loved that book. It was another tech thriller, and so we're doing our next project together at Dark Horse. This comes out August 3rd, and we've just begun to promote this book. And oh yeah, you guys are in for a treat with this one. This is about basically AI, artificial intelligence, and AI is proliferating our lives so freaking fast. It's absolutely crazy. But I feel like so much of fiction and narratives and media are looking at like, what's AI going to do? Is it going to become sentient? Is it going to take over the world? And we have a different question. The question is, what are we going to do when people start using ChatGPT and AI to commit crimes? How does it affect our justice system, our law enforcement? And if you're a detective, how do you catch a criminal using AI that predicts police's every move? A thriller is great when it pits the detectives against a brilliant criminal. What's more brilliant than an AI app that helps the criminal do whatever they want? So it's also it's a great thriller. But John and I, if you read Mindset before, if anyone's familiar with that book, we really love to play with form, breaking a little bit of deconstructionism, a little bit of surrealism, kind of, having something to say in the way in which we're artistically telling the story. John won an Eisner a few years ago for Ron B's Blue and Green, and he's continued to do this really cutting edge work in Infernals, in Bloom, and this book as well. And so we're really excited about this one. This one's going to be a lot of fun.
There's a couple TV shows. The Simpsons is the famous show that you watch it, right, and then years later they kind of predicted.
Right.
I have a feeling you might be onto something with this.
I just saw a news post about a guy that tried to use AI to kill somebody, and it was like I think it was like a Florida man or something like that. But I sent it to John. I was like, John, it's already starting. Like we could not have waited. Thank God we got to this story when we did, because in 3 years people will be like, what's so hot and new about this? Which it's not like, this is not something that I relish in being able to do as a storyteller. Like when Mindset was all about our smart devices controlling us, and everyone's just like, oh yeah, that's new, right? So yeah, there's one of our covers by Lonergan.
I've had him on. Lonergan, one of the nicest person you'll ever meet in your life, but just an incredible artist.
Yeah, so good. That's an incentive cover. And then we've got Jacob Phillips doing the one you just had on with the Statue of Liberty. That's that's Lady Justice, and she's got VR goggles on. And of course, the smartphone weighs more than the human heart. So clever. That's Matt Taylor. Love that cover.
That's awesome.
Jacob Phillips has a cover. That's that Jacob Phillips cover right there.
Yeah.
Like, I think all the phones in the background are like, "Do you need help with this?" Like yeah, we're having so much fun with this book, but I think it's a interesting mix. It's got two characters. It's kind of, I guess, like an X-Files sort of duo, because they're very different. The one guy's a Gen Xer, which I relate to very, very much. And, he's a bit cynical. He's watched our institutions kind of slowly crumbling. Now AI is filling the gap. He's kind of like, what the hell is going on? He's kind of given up a little on society. He kind of has learned there's not much I don't know if there's anything we can do to stop what's happening here. And then he's partnered with this very optimistic, not giving up Gen Zer, Stevie, and she knows the institutions don't work, which is, I think, most Gen Zers are not like they believe in the institutions. They're just like, we know that everything's broken, just get out of our way and give us a chance to fix it. And so they make for a very interesting, team. They've got completely different styles. She will use technology, he won't. But I think more so it kind of lets us use them as a duo to explore the moment. And the moment, this question, what are we supposed to do about AI, and how are we supposed to feel about it? Like right now, like it's starting to infiltrate our lives in problematic ways. People can use it to do bad things. There are not a lot of guardrails. It's coming really fast. What point of view should we have about this? And so we're kind of using this fun mystery thriller to ask some cool questions about that, which is a lot of fun.
Yeah, this looks like it's going to be a banger, and I can't wait to dig into that. And a little nervous because you might be predicting what's already going to be, or at least sharing what's happening in the future. I think you might be a few years ahead of time here with this title, man.
Yes.
Which is a little freaky.
Sorry about that. Yeah, but I don't know how detectives will keep up with this. I mean, something else that we put this in the book, but I'll share it with you, Tommy. Like I was doing my research, and initially when I was thinking about this book, I was like, all right, so AI is being developed in like a Google or a Tesla lab, right? And then it kind of obviously it gets out, and that's where the trouble is. The truth is a lot scarier because it's not really about what the top tech companies are doing. There are all these models, these AI language, LLMs, language models that you can download, and some guy in Germany can tweak it a bit and he can upload it, and then somebody in China can download it and tweak it and upload it. And so everyone is working together to improve AI, and no one is driving. No one's paying attention. So we're like, human nature, like as a species, we are doing this, and there is no amount of laws or anything that you could put in place. You could get all the tech companies together who are spending a dime and say, stop this, and it won't stop it, because we are en masse doing this to ourselves, and that's so scary. It's so scary. So this is a horror book too. scary horror book. Like, we're gonna scare the hell out of people, and I don't have the answers on that one. So,
well, I don't even know what to add to that, Zach. I mean,
no, you don't have to.
It's scary as crap, bro. It's scary as crap, man.
It is serious crap. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess we could jump right into Only the Savage.
A cheery book. Yeah, something. Let's do something more upbeat. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Let's do this, man.
Yes.
I love the. Again, thank you for letting me take a peek at it, man.
Absolutely.
It really starts out in like a really sweet way, and then you realize the world that they're in. This couple that is really managing a lot of things that are out of everyone's control, and it just seems like complete chaos to me, or most of it. But let's talk a little bit about Only the Savage Are Left, which I got this really awesome ash can right here. The art, the detail.
Yeah, like, Stefano Raffaele is our artist. Amazing. He's been doing Marvel and DC and European books for 20 years. This is his first real creator-owned book. Absolutely stunning. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, let's see. I was just trying to say, it looks like we have, here it is. Here's issue 1 cover. Let's go through the covers real quick and talk a little bit about this, and then let's kind of jump into at least like an elevator pitch. We don't want to give too much away because you're going to all love this. The art's insane. The storyline is insane. I absolutely enjoyed issue 1. I already have it on my pull list with my comic shop, so I cannot wait to get that in my hand and then relook at it again, being able to turn pages and stuff like that. But this is a lot of fun. But this right here is a David Mack cover, which
that's a David Mack cover. Not too many of those out there. It's an incentive cover. I think it's going to be probably under 500 of those. So definitely, if you're a collector, go hunting for that one. Tell your shop to get one of those for sure. But that one's absolutely gorgeous. It's got the crossing guard on the cover, that little symbol there, and our main character has a shield that is a crossing guard. And Stefano came up with that detail that I just absolutely love, because there's so much irony to having to fight monsters with a crossing guard sign that was meant to help us cross the street. It's just, that's brilliant. That's great.
Yeah, I mean, even though you could even go probably deeper in that once you read the story, and you know, the importance of safety with the crossing guard and what that means, like all that kind of stuff, man. I love it.
100%. Yeah. This is Todd Beets. I don't know if you know Todd Beets, but he's an incredible cover artist. He's been
just had him on.
You had him on. Fantastic. He did some Battle Beast and Invincible covers that are like crazy hot, crazy cool covers. So I had to get a cover for him. So he did this guy, and I can't tell you who this guy is, but this guy's in the book, and this is such a sick cover. Just so cool in the post-apocalyptic world in the background there. Yeah. Todd is at a point in his career. It's a very young career, but he's so good. So good. He's gonna be what Tyler Kirkman is, and some of these other artists that are just, you're gonna beg for these people to do covers for you. So to get him early on like this, on a cover like that, he is phenomenal. 100%. Yes, very excited to have him do a cover. Then the other 2 covers we got is a Marco Mastrozzo cover. That's the one where he's got the gun down there. This is the A cover by Stefano, which is fantastic because it shows the scale of how big these monsters can get, and kind of man versus the monster, and it feels so. This is so cool, such an iconic cover. But then there's one more down there. That guy. No, there you go. This one's so good. Marco Mastrozzo. That's our protagonist. He's got a little monster shirt on and a shield, and his name is Ryder, and he's a pacifist. You know, he's another guy who believes that we should be good to one another, and maybe violence is not always the answer. And man, does he get dropped into the
the most violent thing that you could be dropped into, right?
The monster apocalypse is upon us. So I'll give the elevator pitch now. The monster apocalypse is upon us. There's a virus that turns us all into monsters. But unlike The Walking Dead or any other typical zombie story where you can immediately turn, here you can save yourself but you're going to have to become a killer yourself. You have to find someone that's infected, kill them, burn their remains, breathe in the smoke, and you can survive infection. So would you do it? I mean, would you allow yourself to become a monster and take someone else's life to save yourself? Of course, the answer is absolutely. Humankind will do that in a heartbeat. And so society completely collapses. And at this kind of this dark and Walking Dead meets Mad Max sort of world, it's a love story between this young man and this girl, Oakland, that he knew from before, and then they're separated during the outbreak, and then they're reunited, and it's about him trying to fight to be with her, and there are circumstances that compel him onto an adventure from his safe place in the world into this very dangerous wasteland. And it's action packed. We have so much fun with the world building. Stefano Raffaele takes you into such a beautiful and yet sad post-apocalyptic world. The monsters are so visceral and alive. Really, we spent a lot of time focusing on the designs, and Thiago Rocha just brings this fantastic coloring to the book. It just feels like a Western. It's just beautiful. But yeah, it's a mix. It's a real fun hook. It's a real great action series. It's poignant and heartfelt, and like all my stuff, I like to get people in for a fun idea and then say, hey, while you're here, I got some hard questions for you about life. And what do you think? Yeah.
I mean, I love that, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love action-packed, beat-em-up type stuff. I'm a big John Wick fan. I like all those kind of movies. But to have a little bit of depth also with that, to blend those two together, to touch on things that cause you to kind of think on yourself and who you are as a human and what you would do in that situation. I think stories are supposed to do that.
Yeah.
And
those
I love
my favorites. Yeah, those are my favorites for sure. I love seeing something coming out. I mean, I'm watching the Invincible TV show, and it's absolutely brilliant. It's brilliant at doing that. It's filled with nothing but just violent fights and amazing, world building. But man, is that a great, complicated story and drama and character journey. And that's we took that same energy, and I think one thing that made Only the Savage a little different is because this is through a young man's eyes, and it's kind of it's a little different than seeing older protagonists. He's trying to say, well, what should my role be in this sort of world? And I think, again, timely, topical. What do we do when we are in a world of monsters? I think we kind of live in a world of monsters now. I think we see a lot of savagery out there, maybe more than we're supposed to accept. And some of us choose to hide away from it and be pragmatic. Some of us choose to engage and fight fire with fire, and just trying to figure that out. What's the answer? And that's it. It's about his experience through that. And yeah, I love that. I love the creating a story that hopefully readers go, this has got a little bit of depth to it. I like this kid. I want to see where he goes. I'm rooting for him. So yeah.
Him in Oakland. Yep.
Him in Oakland. Yeah. I can't tell you what's going to happen, but they're a cute couple for sure. Yeah. But yeah,
awesome, man.
Yeah, very excited about this book. So far, the responses leading up to it, we've it's a tall order. Post-apocalyptic stories, people love their post-apocalyptic stories. This is a genre that when it's done right, it hits.
Yes.
So we came in knowing that. We can't put a post-apocalyptic monster story out there and not really bring it, so really excited for people to check it out. I feel like they will not be disappointed, and can't wait just a week or so away. So very excited.
June 3rd. It'll be in your stores. It's 32 pages, so it's thicker, a little bit more meat to it, which is great. And I'm telling you, having the opportunity to get a sneak peek, man, I think everyone's going to really enjoy it. Here's the ash can.
Yeah.
But yeah, the art is insane. Yeah. And it does, man. It does kind of make you think, what would you do in that situation, which I love.
Yeah. Yeah, the artwork's great. Stefano Raffaele comes from he had a great horror background, and this initially began because we were talking about something to do, and he said he loved post-apocalyptic stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it is special when you have an artist that likes to draw every freaking little detail in a giant double or a big cityscape or something like that, and just do it again and again. I mean, we're right now just into issue 3. And again, just, it's so much fun as a writer to just be like, all right, another crazy detailed page, and then just to see it come in and just be like, you got to be kidding me. So if anyone, since you can't see this stuff, go look at the covers. You have it, Thomas. You want to share your screen? Share your screen. I want to show a couple of the covers that are coming from Stefano, because the interiors look like this too, and it is. So you guys saw the first one, but let me see. Do we have that's the A? Go to see if there's issue 2 up there. Go see. There you go. The one in the woods. The one in the woods. The blue one down.
Oh, here it is. Yep.
There it is. Yeah. So that's his issue 2 cover.
Nice.
And just the detail is just so clean. And then there's a third one, which is the yellow one. That's the issue right there. Yeah. The covers are fantastic, but the interiors the interiors look like that. Like sometimes you get books where the covers are super detailed and they get in there and they're not super detailed, and they're just super detailed and super beautiful. He's a beast. He's absolutely fantastic.
I'll share this. Let me go right here. I mean, just look at this page right here.
Yeah.
I mean, this is 3 large panels, but the detail in the city in the background and the vehicles. And I agree with you, Zach. I think having this much detail with this kind of a story just takes it to even another level that you just don't see that often. But panel placement, like everything about this is beautiful, man.
He's very sharp, and so it's a beautiful book, absolutely stunning, and really just so excited and proud of it, and I can't wait for everyone to check it out. But it's gorgeous. It's a gorgeous post-apocalyptic book. So we took it seriously that we're doing one of the most beloved genres, the post-apocalyptic supernatural action. Like this is Fallout, this is Mad Max, this is Walking Dead, this is Last of Us, and we're doing a book at this table here. We gotta bring it. So you guys can let us know if we do. Go pick it up, and you can tell us. We'll find out. But we're very excited about it. We feel good.
Well, I love it. I mean, you got a bunch of bangers coming out, Zach. I mean, just one after another.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It's Kill All Immortals 2 wrapping up. Then we go right into Masterminds. Then Only the Savage. Then Smart Division. Then more Kill All Immortals. So it's a nonstop ride. Yeah.
It's a lot, bro. It's a lot, man. And I'm super happy for you.
Thank you.
That all these are coming out. And it seems like you and Dark Horse have a real special thing going on right now with all of your creator-owned stuff, which, I mean, legendary publishing company. I was in Portland about a year ago, and I did go to the office.
Did you really? Oh, yeah.
I kind of peek in and see, but, I didn't want to bug anybody, but I wanted to go and just say, look, I've been to the headquarters of Dark Horse because I'm a big Hellboy guy.
Oh yeah, I think Hellboy was one of the first titles that got me truly into. I mean, back in the 90s, that was probably my first Dark Horse title. Was probably Hellboy for sure. I mean, listen, there are a lot of publishers out there, but Dark Horse is so supportive and so collaborative. And, everyone has different experiences. I've had a fantastic experience. I've been making books with Dark Horse since 2022. My first one was a book called Breakout. Then I did a collaboration with the Midnight, which is a synthwave band. We did a book at Dark Horse. Then Kill All Immortals. And I think that Kill All Immortals, that being my third book there and seeing the success of that, it's just kind of like, I can go and spread it all out at different publishers, but here's a publisher that supports me, that I have this great relationship with, and I'm going to lay down some roots and build something here. And it's not to say you won't see me collaborating with other publishers either. Like I will, this is not an exclusive thing by any means, but this is a great partnership. And I think it's really working. It's allowed me to bring this slate of books this year that readers are responding to, and to kind of say, like, here it is. So yeah, it's been a great experience, and very grateful to Dark Horse for the trust and the love, and I'm excited to be out here making it all pay off. So
I love it. Well, I have Mark Miller on quite often too. He's one of my favorite writers of all time, and as you know, he moved everything to Dark Horse, and there's that little Netflix connection. I mean, you never know. Kill All Immortals. I will tell you, and I think because of the popularity of Invincible and what it's done, and because of the complexity of that title from a visual standpoint, an animated series of Kill All Immortals would be next level, man.
I agree. Animation has really, Invincible and Spider-Verse has opened the door to Hollywood's eyes on animation. You're seeing a lot more of it. I would absolutely love to see Kill All Immortals, go animation. I've been fortunate. I don't know if you know this. I have optioned a bunch of my material for film and TV, and I have some things that are actively in development that are going that I haven't even shared because you don't get to share everything sometimes. Yeah. But I think also having so many properties picked up. I mean, my first three comics were picked up for TV adaptation: Eclipse, Port of Earth, and Lost Sea Explorers. It made me realize that I want to make sure that when I do let that happen, it's the right footing. So it's easy to find interest and find a party that says we'll take this and we'll option it. But it's like I at this stage where I'm at, if someone's going to do Kill Immortals, it's going to be the right. So we're working on that, and I'm very hopeful that something could happen with that. But in the meantime, I'm just going to focus on an amazing story and keep telling a great comic. But you can do both at the same time.
I think so.
Yeah,
for sure, man.
So and as soon as I can share something with people, I'll let them know. But don't think that we're not thinking about that too. I would absolutely love to see Kill All Immortals as animation would be great. It would be
animation, even kind of a manga style, maybe. I don't know, but
the fight, it'd be much easier to capture the scale and the excitement of the fights in animation versus live action. Live action would require a lot to capture all of that. Because so
I think so. But yeah, that would be absolutely phenomenal. But I'm just so happy for you, Zach, because you're killing it, man. You are absolutely killing it, and couldn't be happier for you, man. I'm a comic book fan. I like really good stories, and when I come across one that I really love, man, I really get invested in, and that's where I have that dilemma. Like, I need 50 issues of Kill All Immortals. And you're like, Tommy, no, you don't. Trust me, it's gonna end. Yeah, like, I need that from you, Zach. I need that kind of warm, that little internet hug to say it's gonna be okay.
It is gonna be. I will, when Kill All Immortals leaves you, I will bring you something worthy of its place. I will. I'm not going to let you down. I'm on it. Look, it's crazy too. I am working on stuff that's gonna come out next year too. Like I don't know if your readers, they probably know this, but creators who have books out this year, they're working on the books for next year too. So I won't leave anyone hanging. Kill All Immortals will end. We'll have another drug for you guys to focus on for sure.
I love it. Yeah. I'm gonna get off this call and realize Zach's my pusher. That's a little different, but
that's all we are. That's all we are, in the best of ways. This is a good addiction. This is an addiction that entertains you and makes you think, and this is a good thing. Comics are good.
Comics are good, my friend.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk a little bit about cons. We were talking a little bit before, but can you confirm what cons you're going to be at so that fans can bring some of these
I'm
new
on my
titles?
way to Denver.
Okay.
Denver Comic-Con any day now. I'm on my way to Denver. And then after Denver, I will be at San Diego Comic-Con in a big way. So definitely come down to San Diego. I will have Masterminds, Kill All Immortals, Only the Savage Are Left all down there. And maybe even some of the Smart Division we might have down there as well. It'll be we might have an ash can or something like that, or some prints and some exclusive stuff. So definitely be down there for that. John Pearson will be down there with me for the Smart Division. And then, yeah, I think I'm going to be doing a really fun con that Cape and Cal does in Oakland for one day in August. And then I'll do Rose City Comic-Con and then on to New York Comic-Con, where I'll be dropping Kill All Immortals 3, the first issue of that. So a few cons that definitely, if you're in the area in any of those, definitely come see me.
Yeah, I will be in San Diego for that con. So I look forward to connecting, Zach.
I would love to. Absolutely. I'll see you down there for sure. For sure.
Absolutely. I know Dark Horse usually has a pretty good size spot in the middle of the con. So I look forward to bumping into you there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get your coffee or something, man.
I'll hook you up for sure. Would love to. Would love to get coffee. Yes.
Right on, Zach. Well, Zach, I'm so excited that we got to connect, man. I'm a big fan of your work. I think your storytelling skills are absolutely incredible. And I couldn't be happier for a guy like you, just killing it right now on these titles, man.
Well, thank you. I mean, you're talking to absolutely everybody in comics. So, the number of shows you've done is talk about daunting. So that means a lot coming from you. So thank you very much. I do appreciate it.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. I have all the links on how you could follow Zach on social media. Also, we didn't really touch it, but your own website too, which is pretty amazing. I thought maybe if it's okay, you have a pretty awesome trailer of the 2026 title slate. It's 40 seconds long.
Sure.
I thought maybe we could kind of end on that note because it's pretty dope and it just solidifies everything that we talked about in 40 seconds if you're cool with that. And I also have the link for your website down because there's a store, there's like all kinds of cool things you should be checking out on Zach's website. So if you want some like exclusive information, I think this is a great spot to start. But I'm going to share my screen real quick. Let's play this.
Let's do it.
Let's do it, man. I already got it all set up. Here we go. That's awesome, man.
Get hype. Yeah.
You pumped up?
I'm hyped. We also have a really cool Only the Savage Are Left trailer that's out there too. It's not on the website just yet, but that's on YouTube on Dark Horse's channel.
Yeah, should I grab it? You want me to grab it?
Sure.
Yeah. Sure. Let me go to YouTube real quick.
Yeah, just Google YouTube, Dark Horse, and Only the Savage Are Left.
Only.
You're seeing live, real-time, live action stuff going on.
Let's do it. All right. Found it already.
Let's do it.
Let's do it, man. I'm glad we did that, bro.
It's good, right? It's a good one.
That's pretty freaking phenomenal, man.
Yeah. We've got a great trailer team that has been cutting trailers for me for years. They take the comic art and they bring it to life and put some fun music over it, and it gets you going. But cannot wait. Just a week or so away. Only the Savage are left. Cannot wait for everyone to check that out. And then the Kill All Immortals season finale that's out in stores any second now. So
yeah, actually next week, the 27th.
Yep.
Issue 5 part 2, the 27th. Then you gotta wait till this August to get part 3, issue 1 going, and then boom. Then my hardbound for my collection.
Yes, we will have that for you next year for sure. Yeah, maybe San Diego 28.
Yeah.
What is 27? What's next year? 27.
27. Yeah.
Maybe
that'd be awesome, man.
Yeah.
Right on, Zach. Well, Zach, I appreciate you, man. You're welcome anytime.
I will. I'll come back.
What I would love, bro, is as we get along with some of these titles that are coming out, to have you come back and let's kind of walk through what we're kind of reading. I love doing that kind of stuff. And I think it would be really fun because there's a lot of depth in your comics. And I feel like if we could get into kind of some of the morality behind the scenes type of stuff, I just love digging into that and also have a lot of fun with all the action stuff that you always bring to life.
Love to. Absolutely.
Awesome.
Let's do it.
Well, I appreciate you, Zach. I hope that you have an amazing rest of your week and weekend.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, we'll connect again, my friend. Until next time, man, have a good one. Hold on, Zach.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.